I think that's part of it. You know, I feel like the internet has certainly changed the game. And for people who were slow in responding when there was a big internet boom, they're really losing out right now, because you need that as a business. Any business, think about any business that's out there has a website, right? But for the media, that's how people are mostly consuming their information. So if your job as the media is to give people information, how could you not make the internet a priority in your business? And I think that, they're suffering for it now.
They're definitely doing that while others are taking advantage. Now, at your time at the source, who was like your most difficult person to interview? Like this person you thought was going to be real easy, laid back, but was very difficult, will only give you short answers, or had an outrageous writer list and showed up at CPT time?
You know what? That's a hard question. I don't know if I remember that far back of like who was a bad interview. And I got this question too the other day. I'll tell you who one of the best interviews was, and I would definitely say this has something to do with the era that I grew up in. But it was like KRS-One, LL Cool J. When I sat down with those artists and was able to ask them questions, you could see the experience in those type of artists.
Right, definitely that. Because KRS-One was like, because hip-hop is something of importance, because I am the edutainment. And L was like, yo, Kim, this your boy L. You know what I mean? I got this new album S13 coming out. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, give me some chapstick, B. You know what I mean? Do my thing. But have much respect for those artists, and I can definitely appreciate that. And do you think that the industry will wise up and will start bringing back like artist development back during the days of Motown and develop artists?
You know what? At some point, the labels just lost that department. And I don't know how that happened, but I think it's necessary again. I think that, the industry is flooded with so many artists that you really have to go back to the drawing board and start to mold these artists again, a lot of them.
And it's best people, when you go to these labels, already have a grassroots buzz, have numbers, graphs, pie charts, demographics, psychographics, come already prepackaged, assembled, so that they can roll you out to the masses.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about numbers now, right? Yeah. I don't even understand what an A&R does these days. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, who finds talent? I think they just look at numbers and look at what's popping already in different cities.
Yeah, because back in the day, you had to actually drive to L.A. or New York to shop your demo or pass it along to somebody that knows somebody, that knows somebody, that knows somebody, knows somebody, that worked in the mailroom. Like, yo, my boy worked in the mailroom at Uptown, so let me go ahead and pass this to Puff, so Puff can pass it to Heavy D, so that Heavy can pass it to Andre Harrell, so that they could get on, get signed, and get all the cross colors and YSB issues I can read.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't think I was going to pull YSB out, did you?
I didn't. I really didn't.
Yeah, but, only 22, so I was like a little cat when, like, all that stuff was popping, and it kind of made me feel like I grew up in the wrong period.
Right.
You
wow.
Know? Yeah, quite scary, isn't it? I know so much at a young age. Very scary. All right, now tell me a little bit more about we already went into about the book. Now, what can people expect other than, the juicy gossip the juicy details?
Well, there are a lot of juicy details in that book, let me tell you that. So, and I know people love that, so I have to give them a little. But more importantly, people can expect to read the story of a woman in a male-dominated industry who had to really fight to to maintain. And I think that my book is important because it's not exclusive to just me. I think that a lot of women have gone through different things in the industry. But there is a double standard, as you already know, in the world. But in hip-hop, I think it's just magnified right now. And that's what I want people to learn when they read this book. But it also gives you a little insider information.
And when is the book is out again? Say the release date.
September. I feel like a rapper every time I say the release date.
Go ahead, get your ditty on. Go ahead and say
it. September 9th. I'm going to go out and get a shirt and just wear it. September 9th.
Yeah, September 9th. Go cop that. Borders, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, eBay, just any other website or bookstore. Go cop that. Support. You're not going to be disappointed. 4 stars, gonna be New York Times bestseller. You know, it's on and popping. You know, I'm gonna get my copy, of course. But you know, so what are you up to nowadays?
Nowadays, it's kind of uncool because I spend a lot of time with my kids. So that don't seem so cool, but I have to make it cool. You know, I have to make it cool. But I spend a lot of time with my 2 daughters, and I'm working at Global Grind, which a lot of people aren't familiar with Global Grind, but let me just put it out there. This is the site that is going to change the game, because what we're doing at Global Grind is aggregating content. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's a site that was founded by Russell Simmons. So I want people to definitely go to www.globalgrind.com and, you know, check it out.
Definitely go check that out. And I believe, are you involved with BET, like with BET Interactive?
I was at BET Interactive. I left BET a couple of months ago to take this new opportunity because I thought it was a great one for me. So, you know, but I definitely, you know, loved BET and what we were doing over there as well.
Cool. So definitely people go check out globalgrind.com. You know, Kim Osorio's working there, and of course founded by everybody's favorite philanthropist, rap pioneer, Mr. Def Comedy Jam, and have the occasional appearance on Run's House, Russell Simmons. So you know it's going to be legit. You know it is legit.
Right.
Now, do you have any shout-outs you want to give before we conclude this interview?
I want to shout you out. I want to shout out North Carolina. I want to shout out, you know, everybody that has given me a lot of support on this book project, because I think it's definitely unique. It's going to change the game.
Cool. That's definitely it. Short and sweet and straight to the point. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, Time Machine exclusive, former editor-in-chief of The Source and of globalgrind.com, Miss Kim Osorio. Kim, thank you for doing this interview and hang on the line.
Thank you.